Okay, I'm gonna go through a practice test now. It happens to be test number 2, just the random choice. This is what I would hand out as the pre-test. On the first night of class, if we were meeting together, I would say, take this test. It's gonna give you a baseline of where you are. So what I do in class is I give you the time to work the exam, but I don't work through the answers on this one. Couple schools of thought there. Number one, if I try to work every problem, now I'm really trying to teach the entire course in one night, which is impossible. So rather than do that, and plus it's more time consuming, I give you the answers and you assess for yourself how you did on this pretest, and maybe that'll help you guide what you need to focus on as we go through the lecture. So my intent is just to read the questions and answers in this segment. Now, ideally, you can just pull these right off of Canvas and look at them. You don't have to watch me read the questions, but I'm doing this for those who either can't get the access to Canvas, or if for some reason we can't get them posted, then they're here. All right, so I'm going to share with you my hard copy here of things. And again, I'm just going to read the questions, and ideally you'll pause after each one and work on it, and then I'll go over the answers. Okay, number 1 says, when taking a patient's pulse, or maybe I could zoom in a little better. Ooh, too far. That's a little better. When taking a patient's pulse, the nurse counts 23 beats in 15 seconds. How many times will the patient's heart beat in 1 minute? Number 2, if 3y equals 2x plus 8 and x equals 20, then y equals, question mark, 3, 76.2 times 1.04. Number 4, 3 3/4 plus 2 4/5. And number 5, a cube measures 12 centimeters by 15 centimeters by 8 centimeters. What is its volume? Number 6. Which of the following fractions has the largest value? Okay, and there's some choices there. I guess it's important for you to see those choices. And you can see them there. Okay. Number 7. A group of 25 runners recorded a total weight loss of 225 pounds after completing a marathon. What was the average weight loss per runner? Number 8, how many seconds are in 3 1/3 minute? Number 9, which of the following percentages equals 0.18? Number 10, 3.45 divided by 0.15. 11, the price of a certain medication is $8.50 per bottle. If the price increases by 7%, how much will a bottle of the medication cost? 12, to the nearest 3 decimal places, let's take 367 divided by 35. 13, to allow tape recorders in class, school policy states that 2/3 of the students in that class must request to use a tape recorder. If 15 students out of 48 have requested to use a tape recorder, how many more must do so before tape recorders will be allowed in class? Okay, it's kind of a multi-part problem there. Okay, if you're wondering what a tape recorder is, you're too young. Okay, 14. At the start of a diet, Mr. Smith weighed 184 pounds. 8 days later, he weighed 179 pounds. What was his average weight loss per day? 15, the amount of iron recommended for a typical adult woman is 18 milligrams daily. One woman's average daily diet contained only 75% of the recommended daily amount. How many more milligrams of iron should her daily diet contain to supply the recommended daily amount? Okay, 16, 8a cubed times 5a to the 4th power. 17, of the children coming into a clinic, 7.5% have a certain condition. For every 150 children who visit the clinic, how many are expected to have this condition? 18, a patient is given 3 tablets 250 milligrams each of a medication daily for 5 days, how many grams of this medication was the patient given? 19, which of the following decimals is most closely equivalent to 5/7? Okay, so we got a little number game there. A recipe, number 20, a recipe requires 1 1/4 cup of non-fat milk. A person already has 1/3 cup. How much more is needed? 21, which of the following values equals 0.35 times 10 to the 4th power? 22, 3 3/8 times 2 1/3. And 23, 1 tablet of children's aspirins contains 1 1/4 grain of aspirin, and an adult aspirin contains 5 grains. How many children's aspirins will contain the same amount of medication as 2 adult aspirin tablets? 24, if your annual salary is $17,000, if your annual salary of $17,200 were increased by 5.5%, what would your new annual salary be to the nearest dollar? Okay, use the following diagram to answer the next question. Okay, this is your pie chart with percentages in there. 25 says the central angle of 45 degrees represents what percentage of the circle to the nearest whole percentage point? 26, triangles 1 and 2 are similar, with triangle 1 side's lengths of 3 meters and 5, corresponding to triangle 2 sides length of 9 meters and some mystery x meters. Let's find the value of x. 27, if 10 milliliters of blood specimen contains 1.2 grams of hemoglobin, how many grams of hemoglobin would 15 milliliters of the same blood contain? And 6 is a arithmetic problem here. I've got 6 times 0.83 plus 0.3 times 100 minus 29.09. Okay. 29. 6% sales tax on a purchase of textbooks was $3.54. How much did the textbooks themselves cost? 30. If 30% of a number is 90, what is that number? 31. On a road map, 1/8 inch equals 50 miles. How many inches will equal 125 miles? 32. Which of the following equations illustrates the distributive property of multiplication? 33. Solve the following system of equations. We have 3x plus 2y equals 16. And then we have 4x plus 2y equals 24. 34. A baby drank an average of 7 1/4 ounces during each of 4 feedings. If the baby drank 6 3/8 ounces, 7 1/2 ounces, and 7 3/8 ounces in the first 3 feedings, how many ounces were taken during the 4th feeding? 35. If x% of 150 equals 12, then what is x? 36, which of the following values equals? We got kind of a weird fraction. The numerator is 9 and the denominator is its own fraction of 3/8. Okay. 37, 2 rectangles have the same ratio of length to width. The first rectangle is 6 centimeters wide and 9 centimeters long. If the second rectangle is 12 centimeters long, how wide is the second rectangle? 38, 2 angles of a parallelogram measure 60 degrees each. How large is each of the remaining 2 angles? 39, what percentage of 75 is 5? And 40, what is the area of a triangle having a base of 10 centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters? All right, I'm just going to read the answers here. We're not going to work this one. We worked the one at the end of the class. Number 1 has an answer of B. Number 2, the answer is C. 3, the answer is B. And you can, of course, pause and look a little closely at the solutions that the book is giving you. Okay, and then again, I don't work this one out, I work out the one at the end. 4, the answer is C. 5, the answer is A. 6, the answer is D. 7, the answer is D. 8, the answer is A. 9, the answer is A. 10, the answer is D. 11, the answer is B. 12, the answer is C. 13, the answer is B. 14, the answer is C. 15, the answer is B. 16, the answer is A. 17, the answer is C. 18, the answer is B. "19, the answer is C. 20, the answer is A. 21, the answer is B. 22, the answer is D. 23, I take issue with the book. The book says D, but I say B. Okay? 24, the answer is C. 25, the answer is B. 26, the answer is B. 27, the answer is C. 28, the answer is B. 29, the answer is D. 30, the answer is A. 31, the answer is D. And 32, the answer is A. 33, the answer is C. 34, the answer is B. 35, the answer is A. 36, the answer is D. 37, the answer is A. 38, the answer is D. 39, the answer is B. And 40, the answer is C. Okay, so that's our pretest. I hope you did well. Dive into these lecture videos, and then at the very end, again, there's going to be a post test. And I hope you do well.